Vice Council of Secretary.
Good evening, brothers and sisters. Actually, this is just like a short message, and because I've given a short notice as well. Last Friday, when after the meeting, we had a short evening there in one corner. And thank you for the sponsor. And then Brother Rudolph approached me, saying that did the four members or team approach you already? I told him regarding what? Regarding the meeting today, the Tuesday meeting. No, not yet. I thought he will be asking about a room, a space. So anyway, I thought the line of thought would be like that, and then said you will be talking, and you will be sharing some message regarding this, any topic that you can actually hear. 2 days ago, Sister Jamie asked me, do you already have a topic? I told her, no, I don't have. But I don't know, but I know how to pray. I'll just pray for it. And then just this morning, I also received a text message from Sister Jane saying that, Tito, what is your topic? I don't still have a topic. Anyway, of course, I just came out. I must admit that some of these presentations probably might have heard before, and I copied some as well, and built up also some of this about servant leadership. Brothers and sisters, anybody who wants to enter the kingdom of God? Anybody?
Everyone.
Amen.
Amen.
You have to be a servant.
Correct.
You have to be a servant.
True.
Okay. Actually, I only have 30 minutes for this maybe. So this is a self-reflection. I wish we can have a groupings and then discuss it. But anyhow, I would like you to, as an individual, we don't have time for the ministry, maybe some other time, ask yourself regarding this. What would you like to do more and continue doing? What would you like to do less and stop doing? And what would you like to start doing? We'll pause for a while, for 25 minutes. I only have 5 minutes. So, you don't need to answer me, you don't need to answer anybody. Just put it at the back of your head. I'll give you 2 minutes. I guess 1 minute is enough, yeah? Okay. So, just keep it to yourselves, brothers and sisters. And what are you going to do with this? As a ministry, we can discuss it some other time as one community. But the thing is, why I chose servant leadership. Actually, the idea of servant leadership goes back at least 2,000 years ago. In the time of Jesus, in the time of Moses, who is a great leader also. And nowadays, what is the implication of that man? We know a lot of leaders out there, yeah? And different styles of leadership. There is autocratic, wherein they do their decisions without consulting others, team members. There is democratic, the Democrats, wherein they involve in their decision making, they involve in others. Yeah, collaborate with others. There is another one which is a major type as well, which is called the laissez-faire, wherein they don't care. They just give freedom to all team members and let them decide. They don't get involved at the time. So those are. But this time, what they are telling us is about servant leadership. And what is that servant leadership? Because, again, can we, the very first, if you notice, it's very timely also because last Friday, Filipino Chito shared that kind of story regarding, and the passage as well, where the woman, with her tears, washed Jesus' feet and dried it off with her own hair. And that is actually traditional. Now, Jesus himself did that to his apostles 2,000 years ago. And that shows welcome, that shows what is being a leader. Because the servant leader is a servant, you have to be a servant first before becoming a leader. And also, the fundamental characteristic of a servant leader is you have to have a servant. We have to have a servant heart. Can we open the next slide? So, in John 13, do we have a Bible? We can just read through this one. John 13:15. Jesus said, I have said to an example that you should do as I have done for you. The whole passage is about Jesus washing the feet of his apostles. And even Peter doesn't want that at the moment. And then when he realized it, please wash my whole body. But then Jesus is telling them that being a good leader, being a servant as well to them, that as he set an example, that you should do also as I have done for you. So again, it's the self-protection that you can come up with this. Can we another one? Okay. Here also it says in Mark 10:45, for even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. How many of us, this is very beautiful passage, how many of us here who will offer your life? Does anybody here in this room that are you willing to offer your life for the sake of others?
Depends.
Yeah, it depends. But this is really a very beautiful statement by the Lord. Now, traditional leadership, that's what we have right now. It involves the accumulate power, the accumulate material things. That is what the traditional leadership is. But here, Jesus came down not to serve, not to be served, but to serve. And how many of us have a servant heart like that? Alright, so another one. And also, in Ephesians 6:7, serve wholeheartedly as if you were serving the Lord, not men. Now, it doesn't mean that we are there just to show off. No, just to show off that we are there serving. This is not an on and off mode. That when we enter the church, we are an on mode. That's because we are serving. We are serving Him. And then when we go out of the church compound, it's off now already. Because out there, we are no longer serving. No, wherever we are, be it in the office, be it at home, then we should be serving as well. In our most simple way, at home, in the office, we're always serving. And serve wholeheartedly. Yeah. How many of us here work? And how many of us here are working? All of us. Okay. You go to working. Yeah, I know you go to the office, but working as in working in the office. That's the true sense of working in the office. Yes, we go to work, but how many of us really work in the office? But when we work, we serve wholeheartedly. Yeah, even in the office. Okay, thank you. One more. Now, this is the traditional leadership. Yeah, where it says that the leader is on top, he makes this decision. Okay, all of us here is a leader in our own way. You might be a father, you might be a mother, you might be a supervisor at work, or here in the church as well. You might have certain blessed with certain positions of privilege. But then some of us actually have all those kind of responsibilities. But don't be a traditional leader because traditional leadership, they want to be on top of the pyramid. Yeah, and down there, you can see some blessing. Yeah, thank you. And the people, where they make decisions. They don't care about the people. I am on top of the pyramid. This is the traditional leadership. They accumulate power. They accumulate material possessions. However, what the Lord is telling us, especially in the passages that we actually have, is actually put it upside down. Put the triangle or the pyramid upside down. A servant leader should be here, serving the Lord with the mystical body of Christ on top. This should have what we have, that we should be doing and continuously doing. I believe, and I've seen it. I've seen a lot like this with us here. How vibrant our community is. Of course, the whole parish as a whole. But let us just be reminded that this is the biblical servant leadership that we are actually asking. And Jesus is continue asking us to do so. Now, leadership, servant leadership, actually connotes with also stewardship. And by definition, what is stewardship? It is the responsible management of something entrusted to one's care, for which one is held accountable. At times we have this level of authority, we have this level of power, but that all comes from God. I might be a father of 3. I am accountable for that. They are entrusted to them. My authority is not coming from me alone, but it's given from God. We are lay ministers or extraordinary ministers of the Holy Communion. We should take care of that entrusted to us. We are not actually like, please don't regard ourselves as far better than the others. We are not. It doesn't mean that we are putting ourselves above than the others. We are all equal. Even the other ordinary parishioners that's coming here, the new parishioners camp, we are all equal in the eyes of God. It's just that we have the privilege and opportunity given to us to serve them more through our Eucharistic ministry, through this ministry. But at the end of the day, we are all equal. We also have the privilege and opportunity to be there, sitting in front. As a matter of fact, when I had a chance to go to the U.S., and at one time we went to the church. When we went to church, so of course we are quite observant. The church is not full; it wasn't full. Then during the communion, I'm just looking at where are the Eucharistic ministers. And then from all points of the church, they started coming out to the sanctuary. They were actually sitting all over the places. And they don't have really a designated place for them. And then, these are even somebody beside me at the back was a lay minister. And then they actually came forward. I thought it's just like an ordinary individual or parishioners. But then they were actually lay ministers. But of course, practically, when you go to Google, St. Mary's is the biggest parish in the world. But yeah, this is acceptable practically, because practically it will be impossible if a lay minister will be out there in the church compound, and then he has to go to the sanctuary. That's why we have this designated. But please be reminded that this is not actually a place that exclusivity, that there's exclusivity in the chair or on the pews. No, it is not exclusive for us. Anybody can actually sit there. That's why the reminder is always telling us the moment we are there, be early so that you can sit here. But if someone is already sitting there, like a parishioner who is not, we cannot tell them that, sorry, this is a reserved seat for lay ministers. And that is enough great remarks to be given by one member of the Eucharistic minister to send off that person because he came early and sat there. With all due respect, let's everybody out there who will sit there, I don't think it's an appropriate remarks to send them off because that is reserved to us. No. As a matter of fact, there should not be any reserved seats for us. But of course, practically, that is quite impossible here to manage here with the volume and the magnitude of our church. Okay. So, sorry. Now, please post. I would like to post this question to everybody. Did I do my best? I want to ask this question as well. Probably this is also applicable to our workplaces. Yeah. Did I do my best today? Did I serve my best today?
Yes.
Now, when we say serve my best, it's not about the glamour of giving the Holy Communion. What about your attire? What about your hygiene? It goes together. Are you punctual enough to be there? Or you just came half of the mass and pick up a ciborium and just take it? Or just sign it there and then went to the cafeteria or canteen and wait until half the mass and goes inside because you already have signing and you already have a post number 1A, maybe. Nothing like this. Did I do my best? Is that your best? Is this our best? So always, let's ask always this question. Even at work, did I do my best today? So that is your stewardship. Yeah? And also, of course, be exemplary. And what does it mean? Exemplary means that are you deserve imitation because of your excellence? Do you deserve? You don't need to be really, really high enough, but be yourself. Yeah, be yourself. But do you deserve that kind of imitations? God always wanted to be the best of us and take out the best of us. Okay? And of course, the question is, did I live my best today? Okay, always today, yeah. Did I live my best? And another one here is, are you resilient? And what is a resilient? A resilient is the ability to adjust to change or pressure. For example, that they ask you to serve more because of some circumstances. No, I cannot do that because it will ruin my schedule. They ask you to join for example, the homebound ministry. No, because Saturday I need to go to the beach. I need to go to the mall. It will ruin my schedule. It will ruin my schedule. I don't want to change, and it will add pressure to me. Are you resilient servant? Yeah. So the question is, did I try my best today? God is always trying the best. It is always best for us to be here on track. But what about us? Yeah? And also, are you valuable? Okay, what is a valuable? Of course, this is the time that having desirable or distinct characteristics or qualities of great use of service. And also, to add to that, do you value others? And do you value also yourself as you value others? So this is actually the valuable. So you regard everybody as an equal status. So the question again here is, did I become my best today? Brothers and sisters, as we value others, let's value also ourselves. Yeah, this is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Value yourself, but be equal to others as well. Now, are you empathetic? Do you have this kind of feeling? Do you have this kind of characteristic with the empathy, which is called the action of understanding, being aware of, being sensitive to the feelings, thoughts, and experiences of another person. The reason I talked a while ago I just want to share to you because I was once hospitalized due to an accident. I was bedridden in a Russian hospital with my foot. The doctors about this. I was there for 22 days. And I never had, like morning I can see people, I can see the nurses and doctors coming in and out. But never they talk to me and ask my feelings. And only the most awaited part of my time there, of my life, is the afternoon, wherein that is really the visiting time. Yeah, but really I most appreciate when somebody asks me how I feel. Not, okay, Ed, come, close the curtain, let's pray, and let's have the Medina, and pray the whole rosary. I can do that. I can do that during my, after August, after the visiting time. I can do that. I can do the Medina. I can do everything. But yeah, do we have this kind of listening? Did we listen to others? We hear others, but do we really listen? Yeah. So those are the two different things. Yeah. Identical in essence, but two different things. You hear others, but probably you don't listen. Okay. So in here, this I have to my desk today. This is the person I would like to post. So in doing so, that stewardship is actually a self-reflection for everybody. Yeah. I hope it becomes everything. Actually, it should be served. Yeah. Over here. Anyway, serve stewardship, serve my material. Yeah, valuable, empathetic. Yeah. Okay. So, bahala na kayo. It's up to you. Whatever you want to add here. Yeah, that's your assignment. Anyway, let's keep going. So, in James 4:6, God resists the proud and gives grace to the humble. In order for us to keep this authority, this is the power of God given to us to keep it flowing. Yeah, in order for us to keep the grace of God to keep it flowing, there is only but one word for it. You know what that word is?
Sir.
There's only one doorway that it will keep on flowing to us. The service that we have, the power that we have, the power to serve. Yeah.
Humility.
Humility. No matter what is that, if you are not humble, it's actually James 4. God resists the proud.
And give grace
Matakot tayo. Be afraid. God resists the proud, but give grace
to the humble.
to the humble. Whatever it is, whatever our achievements are, authority, power, it is not for us. It's not given. It is just given to us, and we are accountable for that. But we should remain humble. Humility. Amen.
Amen.
So I just want to share this because this is really my favorite. Can we read all together?
I am only a little pencil in the hand of our Lord. He may cut or sharpen the pencil. He may write or draw whatever and whenever he wants. If the writing or drawing is good, we do not honor the pencil or the material that is used, but rather the one who used it.
This is one of my favorite icons. May God grace mga kapatid.
Thank you very much, Brother Ed, for such a very beautiful presentation of being a humble servant of the Lord and being, extraordinary ministers of the Holy Communion. I think one of the, what shall I say, qualities or a person should have is humility.